Hello there, Deb's here. In this video I'm going to use most of the tools in Canvas to create a simple project from card for Father's Day. So let's make a project. I'm going to go to Images and I'm going to select a free image. I'm going to search for a penguin. Let's see, that one's cute. Let's go for that one. So we'll select that and add it to the canvas. And let's just move it to the center to give us a bit more room to play with it. Now I want to find a phrase. I'm still looking in the free options because I haven't signed up to Cricut Access yet. So let's see what we can find. How about this one? Let's add that to the canvas. And now we have our penguin and a phrase. And I want to add some text too. So I go to the text button and move it so that I've got some more room, and double click there, highlight and type in I love you. Now if I click on it and select it, I can go up to the operation options. From the drop down menu choose pen, then go to style and I'm going to choose writing. Now I want to choose the colour pen that I would like this to be written in. So I go back up to operation and next to where it says pen there's a box. I can choose the type of pen and I've chosen M for marker, and I'm now choosing the colour silver. And I want to resize this. So I just use the arrows in the corner, bottom right corner of the text box to resize it. And I'm just putting it in place to see how it looks. I think I'd like it to be a bit smaller. So resize, and now I'm going to curve it. So I go up to the top tools, choose curve, and I can go up or down. I want to curve it upwards and resize it a bit, pop it in place. And that looked good. So I'm just moving out of the way because now I want to resize my image and check that it's on basic cut because I want to cut this out of the penguin's middle. So let's just resize it, place it in the middle there. And now I'm going to change the colour of the penguin. So let's move the image out of the way, go back up to operation, choose the colour box and which colour I want. Let's try blue. I can see my image a bit better on him now. I like that position. Let's see how it looks all together. So I've got an image that's going to be cut out and I love you, which is going to be written in a silver marker pen. Now I want to tell the machine to cut the image out from the penguin. So to do that, I'm going to need to attach it. If I went to the maker screen before attaching it, it would cut out the image and it would cut out the penguin, but it wouldn't cut out the image from the penguin. But now that I've attached it, and if I go to the Make It screen, you will, and then have to select my mat, you will see on my mat I've got my I love you, which is separate, so we'll deal with that in a minute. And now you can see that my penguin has the image still in the middle of it and it will be cut out. They would have been side by side if I hadn't attached it. I just want to show you what would happen if I chose to weld it. So you can see my image has disappeared and it's become part of the penguin. And if we have a quick look on the Make It screen and go down to the second mat, you can see all we would get would just be the penguin without the image. So to undo that, I go up to the top left screen, press the backward arrow, and I've undone the weld. So now I want to show you how to slice. So if I go to the bottom of the right panel and click on slice, you can see on the right side the results of the slice. So we've got two phrases now and one penguin image. So you can move them apart and see what you get. So there's the penguin and the two images. I don't need these two sliced elements, so I'm going to click on one, and you can see on the right side it's highlighted when it's been selected, and then click on the eye and that will hide it. Then I'm going to click on the other one, go up to the highlighted one on the right, click on the eye, and that's hidden. If I want it back again, I just click on the eye again and it will appear. Okay, now I want to put my I love you on top of the penguin. And if I move it across, you can see it falls behind. So I want it to come on top. I go up to the top panel, click on Arrange, click on Bring to the Front, move the text, and now it's back on top of the penguin. And if I select all of that now, and then go down to the bottom of the right panel and click on Attach, this time that will all appear on one mat. And it needs to be like that because otherwise you would have I love you written on your mat instead of on your penguin. So now you can see on the left side you've got the blue mat, and then next to it says pen and basic cut. So that means that when I press continue, the Cricut machine will first of all use the pen to write I love you, and then it will cut out the penguin and the image in the middle of it. Okay, back to the canvas. Let's try out a background. So we go to the left side panel, click on shapes, and let's select the square with the round corners, and that will appear on our canvas. And I'm going to pull on the arrows to enlarge it and place it over the penguin. It needs to go a bit bigger, and obviously I'm going to need to arrange the layers. Up to the top, click on Arrange and Send to Back, and you can see how that would look if it had a background. And if we were to go to the Make It page now and have a look and see, we would have two mats. The first mat would have the background, and the second mat would have our penguin with the cutouts and the writing. And then you would glue your penguin to your background. Okay, back on the canvas, let's explore a few more tools. Up on the top panel, if you click on Edit, you can see that you can get the options to copy and paste or cut. So let's do copy and paste, and you get a duplicate image, and you can just press the cross to get rid of it. Let's try offset. So this will give us an outline. So if you can change how wide you want your outline to be by moving the circle along the bar. So I'm choosing a fairly narrow outline, and let's see what it looks like. You can choose rounded edges or sharp edges. So let's look at sharp edges, click Apply, and you get an outline. Okay, let's have a look and see what that looks like on the mat. Let's go and click Make It and select Mat and continue, and we can see on the first mat we get a black outline of the penguin minus the beak, and on the second one we get our penguin with cutouts and the writing. Let's cancel that and go back to the canvas and change the offset. So let's go back and undo that one and change the offset to rounded, reduce it and apply. And this time we've not got a hole in the beak. Let's have a look on the mat, and we have got a completely black silhouette and then our penguin with the cutouts and writing. And let's look at some more of our editing tools. So I'm going to select all and then click flip on the top bar, and we could turn it upside down if we wanted to. Let's undo that and flip it horizontally, and that just interestingly gave it a mirror image. So there's other ways to resize your project. You can click on the width and the height, but it will change both the width and the height if you change one of those, unless you click on the padlock above the height, and then that means you can just change the width or the height separately from each other, so you can make it taller and thinner or shorter and wider. And next along we have rotate. If you click on the up and down arrows, you can rotate your project to the left and to the right. And next along we have position. If you select your whole project, you can move it around the canvas from left to right and up and down. And if you click on one element of your project, you can move that. So if I wanted to move my penguin to the left or the right of the background, then I can do that. You can also use the align function on the top panel to align the elements within your project. So if you select all and then click on align, you can align left, center horizontally, align right, align top, center vertically, align bottom, or just center in the middle. That's a horizontal center, aligning to the top, aligning to the bottom, and center. And finally, before we cut the project, I just want to show you how the Colour Sync tab works. So if I was to separate my two elements, the background and the penguin, and go to my mat, you will see I have one mat with the background on it and the second mat has the penguin. If we go back to the canvas and we go to the right panel, we don't have to actually select the penguin. We go to the right panel, click on Colour Sync, and then move the blue penguin. Just click on it and slide it up to the next layer, and then have a look on the mat. You will see that they are now both on the same mat. You can still use different materials. I'm going to use two different pieces of card, and I'm going to put one on the left side and one on the right, which is why I've moved my penguin across, and I'm going to cut out the two on two different colours, and you'll see this in just a moment. So I need to prepare my machine, open it up and switch it on, and I will then be asked to select my material. I'm using card, so I click on medium cardstock. If I wanted to, I could change the pressure. If it was a thicker piece of card or thinner, I could make it more or less. And I have to make sure I've got my silver pen and my fine point blade in my clamps, and then press the load button. So there's my mat with my two pieces of card, one on either side, and my pen and blade in place. I click load and the machine will prepare, and then when it's ready the arrow play button will flash, and if I press that the machine will then start cutting. Okay, it's ready, press play, and actually it will draw first, so the pen will move across to the right and it will write I love you before it cuts out the outline of the penguin and cut out the sliced elements from the middle. And then it will go across to the left side and cut out the offset outline on the green piece of paper, card. There it goes. That looks great. Let's just speed it up a bit. And that's it, done. So now we just need to take it off of the mat. It comes off super easy. No special weeding needed for this project with card. You can see the cutout bits on the map, which I will scrape off, and there we have our penguin with the cutout elements and the writing, and I think that looks really cute. Now the important thing to do now is save your project so that you can go back to it at a later date if you so wish. And you'll be able to find it again by clicking on the My Projects in the top black bar. And here's what I did with my penguin. I made it into a super cute rocking penguin card for Father's Day. I hope you found this a useful way to show you how to use the tools in Canvas. Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye!